Hello everybody, Ross here and welcome to Kings of Anglia. In today's video we take a look at the Ipswich Town Team of the Decade. With the 2010s now finished, here's my Team of the Decade. In goal, it has to be Bartosz Bialowski. The Polish keeper has been one of the best players this decade, with his stunning saves and winning the club's Player of the Year award 3 seasons in a row. He became a true fan's favourite, and there are too many saves he made and too many games in which he excelled in to mention. At right back, we have current town captain Luke Chambers. This position was the hardest one to pick from, as we didn't have many good players to choose from this decade. With Chambers playing most of the decade at right back, I had to put him there. I confess to having always been strongly against him at right back, but in 4 seasons he played there, he made the position his own. Not the greatest player, but a leader on and off the pitch. Chambers has been a key player since joining the club on a free transfer in the summer of 2012, but of course there have been plenty of ups and downs during his time at the club. The first centre back in his team is Christoph Berra, another great free agent signing in 2013, who became an ever-present face in Ipswich Town defence for 4 seasons. Not just a solid defender, he also chipped in with a few goals during his time at Portman Road, and at the time he was one of the best defenders in the Championship. We just won't talk about the playoff semi-final second leg against Norwich, because I don't want to. Making up the centre-back partnership is Tommy Smith. The academy graduate went on to become a stalwart in the defence at Portman Road during this decade, making over 250 appearances with plenty of highs and lows. Just like Berra, he also chipped in with goals and was always a consistent player when called upon. At left back, it has to be Aaron Cresswell. Bought for just 240k from Tranmere in 2011, he got better and better during his 3 seasons at Portman Road. It was no surprise Premier League clubs came calling for him, and he was in a class of his own for Town and scored some memorable goals. Still can't get over the fee though West Ham paid for him, but he's always destined to play in the Premier League and for his country. At right wing, we have Tom Lawrence, the first loanee to feature in this 11, and of course this decade we've had plenty of good and bad loanees. Lawrence was one of the very bright sparks for the Blues during the 2017-18 season, scoring some memorable goals while on loan from Leicester City. Another loan player who was clearly out of Town's price range and was always likely to spend just 1 season at the club. My first centre midfield player is Cole Scouse. The last of the 3 players still at the club, he was another free agent signing who's been a stalwart in Ipswich Town midfield since 2013. Mr. Reliable may not be the greatest of footballers, but he's made over 250 appearances and has been a vital player during his time at Portman Road. My other centre midfielder is Keith Andrews. Despite representing Town for less than 6 months, he made nothing short of a huge impact at Portman Road during the 2011-12 season. Andrews was a sort of goal-scoring midfielder that we've missed for a long time, with the Irishman scoring 9 goals in 20 games during his loan spell from Blackburn. He also went on to captain the club, but nothing came of a permanent move. I was very disappointed. On the left of the midfield, we have Ryan Fraser, another lone player who made such an impact during his 1 season at Portman Road. He was a revelation during his season-long loan from Bournemouth, with some dazzling displays on the wing. Fraser's time at the club was disrupted by injuries, but he was one of the bright sparks during the 2015-16 season. Starting up front, we of course have Daryl Murphy. The Irishman started the decade on loan from Sunderland for further loan moves to Portman Road from Celtic. He showed some glimpses of what he could do in front of goal during his loan spells, for signing permanently in 2013. Murphy of course had his best season of his career in the 2014-15 season, where he scored 27 goals as Town secured a playoff place. He wasn't always prolific during his time at Portman Road, but 6-7 goals in 225 games isn't a bad return. And to make up my team in a decade, we have David McGoldrick. It was a joy to watch when he was fit and formed an instant partnership with Daryl Murphy, with the forward playing a crucial role in Town making the playoffs. Injuries was a big factor that hit his time in the club, but he did score 45 goals in 159 games during his time at Portman Road.